Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, guys, I'm recording now. Okay, number 5.
They don't have much money. They can afford going out very often.
Can't afford is like want. They can't afford. It's not ing. So, Bruna, can you correct? They can't afford not going, but. Bruna, are you there? What? A Bruna caiu fora? Caiu? I think she fell out. Oh, she's not there. Okay. So, can afford to go. Yeah. Number 6. I think it's Aline again. Bruna, are you there? Okay, Bruna is back. So Aline, number 6.
I wish that dog would stop barking.
It's driving me mad. Stop barking. Yeah. Danny, number 7.
Our neighbor threatened calling the police if we didn't stop the noise.
The verb is threaten. Threaten. Yeah.
Okay.
E o substantivo é threat, né? Uma ameaça, a threat. And the verb to threaten. A mesma pronúncia. A threat to threaten. And the verb to threaten is with to, not with ing.
Okay.
Our neighbors threatened. Danny, how would you correct it?
To call
Yeah.
the police.
Yeah. Our neighbors threatened to call the police. Yeah.
I think the I don't know how to say it. Threaten. It's like a wish and a mind.
No, it's like want.
Ing.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
want, decide. I decide to go. I want to go. I threatened to go. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I think it's David, number 8.
We were hungry, so I suggested having dinner early.
Having dinner early. Very good. Suggest, ing. Or you can say, I suggested that we have dinner early, que é mais parecido com português, né? Eu sugeri que nós fôssemos para o restaurante. Também é possível em inglês. We suggested that we go to the restaurant, for example. Or ing. I suggested going to the restaurant. Both are correct. Okay. Number 9, Suellen, hurry up.
Hurry up. I don't want to risk missing the train.
Missing, very good. And number 10, I think it's Bruna.
I'm still looking for a job, but I hope to find something soon.
Yeah. So, which of these verbs are more difficult for you to... não dá para confiar no ouvido, não vem naturalmente. Which ones don't come naturally? Sempre falando do primeiro verbo, né, da duplinha. Esse que comanda.
For me, it was fancy because I have never heard.
Yeah, this is more British than Americans. British people use this a lot. I don't fancy going to the movies tonight. American people don't use this verb at all, basically. So maybe that's why you didn't hear it. Any others?
I think that is the verb that I said, threaten, because I confused with the treat, like Halloween.
To treat someone to a dinner. I treat you to some candy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So fancy is a difficult one. Threaten. What else? Stop is a common is common. Lots of people make mistakes with stop. Stop smoking. Em português eu parei de fumar, né? In English I stopped smoking. This is one that is important to remember because it's very common. We use it all the time and we usually make mistakes with this verb. So it's important to remember.
Fernanda, if you don't mind, can you remember us the rule? Because I confused with the phrasal verbs, you know, keep and ing. And now
Yeah, that rule with the phrasal verbs is so every time you have a phrasal verb is ing, right? Because you have a preposition. So give up. Any phrasal verb like give up, wake up, throw up, pick up, I don't know what else. Interested in, I'm interested in studying English, etc., etc. So phrasal verbs are easy in this. Phrasal verbs are not easy. They're very difficult to learn. But at least if you have another verb, it's always ing. So that's good to remember. It makes it easy. But everything else there's no rule. It's just a list of verbs that you have to remember. So you have to remember which ones go with ing, which ones go with to. Many of them you already know. Want to, plan to, intend to. These are easy. You know those verbs. Any verbs with, and usually the ones with to are easy. The difficult ones are the ones with ing. So these ones we should try to remember. Do you know any verb that requires ing? Did you know before we started studying this? Did you know any verbs, or do you know any verbs that are easy for you with ing?
Yes, stop, for example.
Stop is easy for you, no problem. Okay. Enjoy is something that usually we learn very early. Enjoy dancing. Enjoy is usually a verb that people know. I enjoy dancing. I enjoy going to the movies, etc. And if you don't know any others, it's important to try to start remembering these verbs, some verbs with the ing, the common ones, the ones that you use. So what we can do, let me do this. Okay. What we can do is look at, there is a list of verbs, the ing, and we can look which ones are common for you, which ones you, let me put this picture in the group. Okay, let me open this page, this list, so you can have a look which ones are common for you with the ing, which ones you use, and would be interesting to know. Let me just open this list. I think I showed you this list before, but just to refresh your memory. So answering Danny's question is not really about grammar rule, it's much more about memorization or using these verbs and learning them one by one. So this is the list. Okay, so this is the list of verbs that require ing. This first list here: admit, avoid, be worth, can't help, can't stand, deny, enjoy, feel like, finish, give up, keep on, look forward to, imagine, involve. Any of these are common for you? Do you use them?
I think imagine, I already heard about. Imagine.
Okay, I can't imagine living in the country, for example. Yeah.
Feel like.
Feel like is very common. Yeah. So feel like, I don't feel like going out tonight. Imagine. Yeah. Any other here? Enjoy is very common.
Enjoy, finish.
Finish. I finished working at 7 o'clock yesterday. Yeah, these are common. These are the ones you use a lot, right? Have you finished writing the report yet?
Give up and keep, we use
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, these are phrasal verbs, so they're easy to remember that they're ing. Yeah, Karen has given up eating meat. I keep on telling my husband to lose some weight. So these are verbs with ing, easy to remember. Look forward to is an important verb that we use a lot. We're looking forward to seeing you again. We're looking forward to meeting you. We're looking forward to going to the country, going on holidays, blah, blah, blah. These are common verbs, right?
Mind.
Mind is very common. I don't mind doing the housework. Okay, so let me go down with this list so we can see some others that may be common for you. Okay, so miss, postpone, practice, recommend, regret, risk, spend, stop, suggest. Which ones are you usually use, are common for you, and it's important for you to remember that they come with ing?
Stop.
Absolutely. Stop, definitely.
Spend.
Spending.
I spent half an hour looking for my glasses.
I
Or-
usually use recommended with to, not with ing.
That's very important to that's something it's great to do that. Oh my God, I usually make this mistake. Let me try to fix it. Yeah, great, Danny. So I recommend taking a bus tour because I recommend using this application.
Yeah, in Portuguese, when you recommend, you recommend to something.
Exactly.
You know.
Eu recomendo fazer esse procedimento. Exactly. Yeah, in English, no. So these are important to remember. The ones that in Portuguese are different, like stop, like recommend. We usually make mistakes in these cases. So these are good to remember. Any other from the end of the list?
Miss.
Miss, does your father miss working now that he has retired? Sentir falta, sentir saudades. Yes. I miss going to the beach when I lived in Brazil. I don't go to the beach so much anymore. Yeah.
Practice.
Practice. The
Yeah.
more you practice speaking English, the more fluent you'll get. Yeah. Okay. So that, I'm sorry to say, that's the only way to learn this is by memorizing, by looking at examples, paying attention to your mistakes like Danny did, or contrasting to Portuguese. This is probably a mistake I would make because in Portuguese it's different. This is the only way to learn it, and using it and watching, making mistakes. The best way to learn this is to make mistakes. So use these verbs, make a mistake, and I will correct you, or you will remember and correct yourself, or you go, is this right? And then you can check on Google Translate or something, or check with me. Making mistakes is a great way to learn, I must say. Okay, then. Okay, so I put these verbs that we underlined, we circled in the group, so you can have that list with you and have a look at them once in a while, remember it, learn slowly these verbs, okay? All right, then. Any other questions about this?
No.
Yeah, all right. So we have a little bit of time. We can go back to what also last time we met, like ages ago, we were talking about scary stories, spooky stories, remember? You guys read a story that was a spooky story about some flying object in the sky, a spooky house. Do you remember? Do you know this adjective, spooky? What is spooky?
I don't know.
Already.
No.
Sorry, Danny, what did you
Let
say?
me check.
I already saw this word at
No.
I don't know how to say enfetes of Halloween.
No, it's not infectious, but it is related to Halloween. Spooky is a synonym for scary. Yeah, so a spooky story or a scary story, a story that is frightening or spooky. Is in Halloween they use a lot. Yeah, oh, what a spooky costume or something like that. You can tell your kids when you have kids. Okay, so we can talk about these things a little bit. I have a few questions that at least we can discuss a little bit. We have a few minutes. So speaking, spooky experiences. So first question. Try to complete the gaps here, and then we can ask a question. Have you ever see or hear something that can't be explained? For example, UFO or ghost? So who would like to ask this question and complete the gaps?
I guess, have you ever saw or heard?
No, saw is segunda coluna. You need the third column of the verb here.
See, saw, I don't know.
Tip, I'll give you a
Don't
tip. The
remember.
third column very commonly has an N, right? Like be, was, been, speak, spoke, spoken. É muito comum a terceira coluna o verbo ter um N no final.
Seen
Seen, yes.
or
Or...
I don't remember.
Não, você falou certo. I think you said right the first time.
Heard
Heard, com D, heard. Yeah. Have you ever
Something
seen or
like-
heard something that can't be explained? And here, A or N?
and because U is a vowel.
No, it's a UFO.
What? Why?
Why? Good question. Why? Because, eu vou ter que explicar isso amanhã. Tomorrow we'll look at A or N. Mas é bom saber que nem sempre é N na frente de toda vogal. Principalmente U. O U às vezes não é. For example, university. You say a university, not an university. E eu vou explicar por que amanhã. Tomorrow I'll explain. Ok. E o segundo?
I don't know if
No,
it's
this you can trust. Go, you can go.
I use a.
A ghost. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'll tell you tomorrow why. Okay. So have you ever seen or heard something that can't be explained? For example, a UFO or a ghost? Anybody?
No.
Nobody?
No.
Okay. Second question. I didn't give you the verb here, but maybe you know how to complete this with the correct verb. Have you ever, blah, 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 a fortune teller, a psychic, or a faith healer?
Sim,
What's
too.
faith?
What are these
Watching.
people, right? Fortune teller. What's a fortune teller in Portuguese, or an explanation?
Like some people that see the future.
Right. Exactly. In the cards or on the palm of your hand, they can tell the future. So they're a fortune teller. What's a psychic?
Psychic.
Psychic is the same thing as a person that has mental powers, either to see the future or some extra power or yeah. And a faith healer is what's a faith healer? The people who can heal, like João de Deus. João de Deus was a famous faith healer, yeah. Yeah. But he was a phony. He was a criminal. He was not a real faith healer. I don't know if they exist. I don't know if real faith healers exist, but maybe they do. I don't know. But João de Deus was definitely not one. So Aline, you use the verb here. What verb would you put here? Have you ever?
Sim.
Yeah, it could be seen,
Or met.
visited. Yeah. So you guys, have you ever visited or seen a fortune teller, a psychic, or a faith healer?
No.
Yes,
I don't.
You have, David. What's the story? Tell the story. What happened?
I was in a barbecue. Barbecue? Say barbecue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was in a barbecue, and a woman was start to cry, and my cousin asked her what's happened, and she put her head down and said, "I'm watching many people ghost here, died people," and they
Dead
try
people.
to talk.
Dead
Yeah,
people.
they try to talk to me. And my cousin, yes, she is
Uh-huh.
how can I say this? A spirit religion.
She's a spiritualist. She okay, she's
Yeah,
a spiritualist. Okay.
and he could deal how to, he could deal with this and try to speak with the woman and explain, okay, this woman has a sensibility and she can see the person people.
But was it anybody you knew? The people that she saw, the dead people she saw, was people that you knew, or?
I don't know. I think no. I don't know.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I wasn't very close. No,
Okay. Okay.
I said no. My cousin will talk with her because she was very nervous.
Okay. Yes, I have been to a psychic. I have been to phony psychics, and I have been to good psychics. I have seen both, and someday I'll tell you about it. And how about the last question? How would you complete here?
Have you ever had?
Yeah. Have you ever had a surprising coincidence? You say, oh my God, this cannot be a coincidence. This is something supernatural happening. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, too.
It's
Yeah.
like a déjà vu in this case, or not?
A déjà vu can be like a feeling that is a supernatural thing, but a coincidence is something, I don't know. David, maybe you can tell your story, and then Bruna will understand better what is the meaning of a surprise coincidence, a surprising coincidence.
I think it's a long story. I can tell you tomorrow.
Oh, we can talk tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. I have had a story with a very surprising coincidence. I was so scared. It was so spooky. And I'm a Capricorn. I'm a person who believes on the earth. You know, I'm not like, oh, everything is supernatural, but these things can happen. Even a Capricorn can believe these things. I don't know. Okay.
I am Capricorn too.
Bruna, you're a Capricorn. So you're earth person, right? You're grounded like me, but no creo en las brujas, pero que las hay, las hay. Yeah.
I agree with you.
All right. Okay, guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for David's presentation, and we can continue and we can talk about a and an. When do you use one or the other? A university, etc. An umbrella. And then we can continue with these spooky stories and other topics. See you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice
Nice
day,
day.
everybody. Bye.